Are you torn between two of North Idaho's most charming small towns and wondering which could be your perfect new home? If you're considering Priest River versus Bonners Ferry, you're looking at two incredible communities that offer quintessential North Idaho lifestyle, but each have distinct personalities that could make or break your decision. Today, we're going to take a look at some of the comparisons and some of the pros and cons between each of them. And we're going to get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time on the channel, please go ahead and subscribe below. Tap the bell so you can be notified every time we talk about anything going on here in the North Idaho area. I'm Reed Wilson with Revealing North Idaho, and we come at you every week with new information about the North Idaho areas and about what's going on up here. I am a lifetime Idaho resident, 20 years as an Idaho real estate agent, 10 years here in the North Idaho area. And today we're talking about two great smaller communities, Priest River and Bonners Ferry. A little bit of the comparisons and differences between the two and what might work best for you. Let's talk about a few of the comparisons between the two. With a smaller population, Priest River has a more intimate, tight-knit feel. I think it's located in the Bonner County, which includes larger towns like Sandpoint, giving it a slightly more suburban rural mix. The town is built around the confluence of two rivers, the Priest River and Ponderay River, and has a long history tied to the timber industry. Bonners Ferry, as the county seat of Boundary County, Bonners Ferry has a slightly larger population, and it's a little more established. Self-contained community, it has a classic small town feel, but also serves as a commercial hub for the surrounding rural areas, which means more services, a wider variety of businesses, and a slightly higher population in the downtown area. Geographic location and scenery, Priest River located to the west of Sandpoint. Priest River is defined by the Priest River and the Ponderay River. It's closer to the Washington border. The scenery is characterized by river valleys, rolling hills, dense forests, with a lot of easy access to that majestic Priest Lake to the north. Beautiful area, one of the most beautiful areas, I think, in the United States. So it's a must-see. Get up to Priest Lake, enjoy that area, take in some of that beauty. Bonners Ferry, situated much further north. Bonners Ferry is nestled in the Kootenai River Valley and is surrounded by the Selkirk Mountains. The landscape is a little more dramatic and alpine, and it's very close to the Canadian border, which influences its culture and makes it a gateway to both the U.S. and Canada, and probably Montana. It's pretty close to Montana right there, and the stunning views of the valley and river, which are a major draw. The economy and services. The economy in Priest River has historically been driven by timber and tourism industries. It's a quieter town with a strong focus on outdoor recreation. You'll find the basic amenities, but for larger shopping or a wider variety of restaurants and services, residents typically have to travel 25 miles to the east to back over into that Sandpoint area to get those types of things. Bonners Ferry, the economy there is a little more diversified, serving as a regional hub. Key industries include agriculture, thanks to the fertile Kootenai River Valley, timber, and a growing tourism sector. As a county seat, it has a more robust retail and service sector, including a larger grocery store, more dining options, greater number of local businesses. This makes it more self-sufficient for day-to-day needs. Real estate and cost of living. Well, Priest River historically, housing in that area has been more affordable than in neighboring, more popular areas like Sandpoint. Quite a bit different between there and Sandpoint. With the median price point, I think Sandpoint's still up around that $700,000, where Priest River is going to be down in that just under 500,000. So there's a big difference in that median house price there. It offers a chance to get a little more land, larger home for lower price, although prices are rising. This makes, for attractive option for retirees on a fixed budget who still want to be close to amenities of Bonners County. Bonners Ferry, while generally more affordable than places like Coeur d'Alene or Sandpoint, Bonners Ferry's median property value is often slightly higher than that which you're going to find in the Priest River. It's also more established real estate market with a mix of historical homes, new builds, a lot of rural property. We're seeing a lot of property out there on some acreage. The cost of living is slightly higher than Priest River due to its role as the regional center, but it still offers a great value compared to many parts of the county. Access and isolation, Priest River, this town offers a really pretty good balance of isolation and access. It feels a little more secluded and quiet than what you're going to find in Sandpoint, but a relatively short drive connects you to a lot of the amenities, cultures, and recreational opportunities, the wider Bonners Ferry area and Bonners Ferry County area, including larger hospital and retail options in Sandpoint. Bonners Ferry, this town is a little more geographically located. It is the northernmost significant town in Idaho, meaning the nearest larger cities like Sandpoint or even Kalispell, Montana, are a little bit longer drive. For some, this isolation is a major selling point. It's what many are looking for, offering a truly remote and peaceful lifestyle. For others, it can be a drawback for things like specialized healthcare, airport access, or a wider range of cultural events. Let's talk about a few of the pros and cons. 3 pros for over there in that Priest River area. Pro 1 is going to be easier access to larger medical centers. If you're 45, 50 and older, that starts to matter. Specialists, quicker ER options are a lot shorter drive than from very remote towns. Pro 2, outdoor life without extreme isolations. You get riverfront, lakes and trails, but you're still only a reasonable drive from bigger towns for shopping or a night out, like we talked about. Sandpoint is only about 25 miles to the east, and you are closer to areas like Spokane and some of that for getting in and out of international airports or larger medical facilities. Pro 3, housing value. You'll often find maybe a little more house and land for the dollar than what you're going to find in the resort areas nearby, especially we already talked about the higher median price point in Sandpoint, and then certainly Coeur d'Alene and Hayden and some of those. So that might give you some ideas right there on some of the pros, but let's take a look at a few of the cons. Priest River, let's look at the top 3 cons that I could think of. Con 1, specialty care is still limited locally. If you're going to need some specialty care, you're going to be driving down into that Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, or that Spokane area. Con 2, fewer cultural and shopping options. Expect to drive, for any of the big box stuff. You're probably going into Spokane. You might find some of those things in the Coeur d'Alene area, or you might find it locally in like Sandpoint, but if you're looking for more of the mall type atmosphere, you're going to Spokane. Con 3, winter and maintenance. Snow, rural roads, and older homes. That can mean higher heating and upkeep costs. Let's jump over to Bonners Ferry. Let's talk about the top 3 pros over there. There is an advantage at being the county seat, more public services, a courthouse, slightly broader local employment in government and healthcare, outdoor and forest access, strong access to the national forest, hunting and backcountry recreation, great for outdoors people. And Pro 3, community amenities, a few more civic events, shops, and services options compared with similar sized towns, small but functional downtown. Bonners Ferry, let's talk about the 3 cons. Limited job diversity. We're going to see that in that Priest River area also, but there is a limited job diversity. Better than some tiny towns, but still fewer high-paying jobs and limited career ladders. Healthcare limits, some local clinics, but major and specialized care. Again, you're driving a little further than you were from Priest River, but you're again heading down into that Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, or the Spokane areas, depending on what type of specialty services you need. Weather and remoteness. Long winters, remote northern location can mean longer trips to big city amenities. Which is going to fit you? Pick Priest River if you want a quiet river lake living, very small town feel, and your work is remote or flexible. Pick Bonners Ferry if you prefer a small town that functions as a local hub and a bit more services, civic structure and value, and you value maybe an easier access to county services. If you're taking a look at both areas and trying to get a better feel for what's going on there, I would recommend visiting both towns for a long weekend, test commute times, grocery access, and cell and internet service. Check the job market, remote work reliability with your internet, download speeds. Talk to people like me, real estate agents, about inventory, seasonal pricing. Visit schools and healthcare clinics if that matters for you, if you have a family. I know places like Priest River has struggled with some of the bond issues and had some problems with some of the public school issues there, so check into see what's going on there, what they're offering, if that fits for your family, and plan for winter. Check road clearing practices, heating costs, and vehicle needs depending on where you live. Inside of town, probably not going to be as bad as if you live outside of town. But be sure and let us know how we can help. Me and my team, we are never too busy for you. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, whatever works for you. All the information is below. Be sure and download our Idaho relocation guide and let us know how we can help. We're here to help you. We want to help make your move to North Idaho a smooth transition. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.